Hey, it's Ethan Skolnick for the Five on the Floor podcast on the 5 Reasons Sports Network. We will have original content for you all during the shutdown, including the continuation of our all-time player draft for the Miami Heat. Myself, Al Fonsini, and Alex Toledo have already picked the starters, so make sure you check that out. And we will be picking our reserves in the next couple of days. Also, I did a long interview with Zach Buckley, who wrote a piece for Bleacher Report about the 25 best players in the league under 25 years old, and I kind of press him on where Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo and Duncan Robinson are on his list. But before we get to all that original content, the Miami Heat conducted a short conference call yesterday with Goran Dragic, of course, Miami Heat sixth man, to talk to him about what he's doing during the shutdown, how it's affecting him, his family, and what the players are doing and the team is doing to kind of make sure they're prepared if the season resumes. The Heat has given us authorization to use the sound, so we're going to provide that to you here. It's Goran Dragic of the Miami Heat. Before we do, though, we do want to tell you about one of our great new sponsors. We've added a lot of sponsors to the network, and one of them is our friend Dr. Jonathan Chung over at Keystone Chiropractic and Neuroplasticity, which is focused on low-force spinal adjustments and brain-based rehabilitation. They get great results with post-concussion syndrome, dizziness or vertigo, headaches, and chronic neck and back pain. A lot of chiropractors and therapists want to see you 3 times a week for months, but Keystone has a treatment philosophy of doing just enough to get you back to a normal life again. And I know the most important question is, well, how do I do this? I've got back pain, but obviously I can't even leave my house right now. Okay, we understand, and they understand over at Keystone. So they're now offering virtual rehab visits using video conferencing to assess and prescribe effective treatment protocols during the COVID-19 outbreak. Research shows that patients getting a supervised telemedicine rehab program can be treated just as effectively as during an in-person visit for many pain conditions. Mention 5 Reasons. You get a free 15-minute video or phone consultation. That's right, free 15-minute video or phone consultation, and save 50% off your first virtual rehab session. So what do you have to lose? You got back pain. Visit the website. It's chiropractickeystone.com. Chiropractickeystone.com, or on social media, Twitter at for Dr. Jonathan Chung, or Instagram at Keystone Neuro. And now here's Goran Dragic with some of the Miami Heat reporters.
Welcome to 5 on the Floor, a Miami Heat and NBA podcast from Ethan Skolnick with Alphonse Sidney, a.k.a. ALF954. Brought to you by the 5 Reasons Sports Network.
Goran, it's Ira. I'm just curious. We spoke a couple of weeks ago when you were on the podium. You spoke about how this hasn't hit your country as hard, and now so much has changed. What's it like to be so far from home while this is going on? And have you given any thought or any clearance to eventually now or at some point getting back home?
It's tough. It's tough because, my brother was stuck in Spain and his family was back in Slovenia and my parents were here. So last few days, 3 days ago, they flew back home because they have to. The government said that all the Slovenian citizenship needs to get back. But my situation is different because here is my home. We have a health insurance in America, and we're not thinking to go home, so we're going to stay here.
And Goran, if the NBA does extend well into the summer and basically maybe just pick up and resume next season, I mean, would this be the first time you would have gone a full year without getting home? And how tough might it be to go that long without getting back to Slovenia?
Yes, it would be a first time, but, it's a crazy times, crazy situation right now with this virus. And, I'm here to do my job. If NBA going to continue to play games whenever that's going to start, I'm going to be here. So, as long as everybody's safe, and, it's going to be a little bit different, if I don't go home, but doesn't matter. The family can come here, and we can hang up here if all this stuff with the virus is going to come down.
Thanks, Goran.
Goran, Reynolds, how are you?
Hey, Timmy, hi. I'm good.
Hey, Goran. Goran, first off, how difficult is this for your wife? And what do you tell your kids? in a time like this about how the world is very different, it seems already, than what it was 3 or 4 weeks ago?
Yeah, my kid, Mateo is 6 and Victoria is 4. So basically, they're asking questions, and we try to explain what is going on. But it's tough to understand at their age. They're asking why they're doing homeschooling and why we always stay at home. And we try to tell them, but it's hard. For my wife, the good thing is I'm at home, so we're all together. And the tough part is, it's different. Every time when you go to the store, you're a little bit afraid, and you have those crazy thoughts. What if you catch something and bring back home? But so far we're cautious. We disinfect all the stuff, and we hang out. We are isolated at home, and isolated. We basically we're at home. We don't go out, so we're gonna manage. It's tough, but everybody is going through. And some families, they're in apartments, so they cannot go out. At least we have backyard. We can go out and be around the house. So that's something that most of the people don't have it.
And Goran, if I could follow up, you said that your parents went back home a few days ago.
Yeah.
How nervous were you about their travels? What precautions did they have to take? Have you checked? I'm sure you talked to them since you've been home, but are they okay? Are they nervous about leaving?
I'm still nervous because they're saying even if you get infected, you don't show the symptoms. You can show the symptoms, but they said like 5 to 14 days. So they just got back home like 3 days ago. So everything is fine. They feel fine. Luckily, it was not a lot of people on the plane, so they were sitting. Only my dad and my mom in the row. But yeah, they have all the gloves, all the masks on, and they disinfect everything. But the crazy thing was, at the same time, my uncle is here and my both parents. So when we got to the airport, they could fly back home, but my uncle is stuck here with us, so he's here. And that's something that is really crazy because Serbia, they closed the borders and nobody can go back home. So
hey, Goran, it's Anthony. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. Different teams doing different things, obviously, to stay connected. I know you guys have to be kind of isolated and on your own, but kind of what have you guys been doing to kind of stay connected, keep somewhat of a basketball conversation going? Is it just simple as text messaging each other? Are there other Zoom calls? Are there group workouts? Like what are you guys doing to kind of stay connected?
Yeah, we text each other a little bit, and then I was talking to Jimmy and to UD. But every day we have a workout on Zoom with E4N. So we are doing lifting weights. Practice basically every day from 11 to 12:30, and it's fun. At least you're not thinking about those hard times. For that 1 hour, you try to work out, and that's how we talk over Zoom and see each other and work out together. So
those are group like team workouts, not individual, right? They're as a team pretty much, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of guys on. It's being Coach Queenie, E4N, and a bunch of other guys, and everybody has their own iPad, and when you work out, you have all these basically squares. You can see everybody when you're working out.
Very cool. And how weird is it not being? I know there's bigger things, obviously, but not a lot of guys can't play basketball right now. Like I saw Duncan Robinson last week posted a video of him. A drill he's doing while laying in bed shooting a basketball. Like how strange has that been for you guys? Who that's what you guys do. That most gyms are closed and guys don't have hoops at their house. They can't play.
Yeah, it is strange, but like you said, the most important thing is each individual needs to be responsible for their own actions and stay home, because right now in this situation. It's crazy, and if we can do that, I think so that's the smartest thing to do. Of course, it's hard not to play, the game that we love, but we need to be strong in this and try to, try to work together, but in isolation. So
thanks, Goran.
Well,
Goran, hey, it's Andre from The Athletic. How are you, man?
hey, Andre. I'm good.
Just wanted to follow up with you on, the family side. Normally, I know you don't get a lot of time to be home this time of year, but with, the chance, how's that been to, to spend more time with the kids and, kind of connect with them and everything, now, right now while they're home, how's that kind of been like to spend time with them more than maybe you normally would, obviously, at this time of the year?
Yeah, it's 24/7. So basically, you need to find animation, something to, work with them. Of course, they have homeschooling, so we're here trying to help them and to teach them, and try to watch some movies, play some games, just different stuff. Try to spend as much time together as we can. Of course, it's hard because you cannot go out, but it is what it is.
Goran, it's Ira again. Obviously, you're going to be away from the game for a while, and if the game is restarted, it might look different schedule-wise and playoff-wise. I'm just curious, someone like you, how long do you think it would take for players, once they can get together, to really get back into NBA shape, number one? And number two, would you guys almost prefer, obviously, to go right to the playoffs, or do you think maybe a few regular season games to prepare for the playoffs would be needed?
I would rather have a couple of, friendly games and then start playoffs. But, we'll see what the league will decide.
The meeting.
For me personally, I'm working out, I'm running around the house, so I'm maintaining my shape. So when this thing is going to be over, I think so for myself, I'm going to be in good shape. But like I said before, some guys, they cannot do that because they live in apartments or something else. So definitely we're going to need a couple of weeks to prepare as a group, as an individual. And, I would rather have a couple of friendly games and maybe from there on go straight to playoffs.
Goran, it's Tim again. Have you spent any time thinking, hey, maybe we play Indiana in the first round. Maybe we play, this team. Maybe we play Philly. Have you thought about matchups even at all?
You know what?
None of us know anything, of course, but...
Yeah, it was funny thing because my uncle is here. He just read some article in Serbian journalist. They said the matchup if the playoff starts today, and he mentioned that we would play Indiana. So yeah, like a couple of hours ago, I had a discussion this with my uncle, and I know it would be Indiana. It would be a tough matchup. We played them twice or three times, and now it was
Joining the meeting.
It was a close game at home, so yeah. But I think so. We're still too far. I think so. We're still too far from playing. So.
And also, G, do you know how? I mean, obviously, it's spreading everywhere as testing increases. We're seeing more and more people have it, obviously, because more and more people are being tested. Yeah. What's your brother told you about what it's really like at home right now? Is it like this? Do they feel, locked down? Are they locked in place too, kind of like we are here or supposed to be here?
Basically, my brother just got home 4 days ago, and he was in Spain. In Spain was a really crazy situation over there. He's saying it's unbelievable. People are getting sick. People are dying. So he was in quarantine for 14 days, and then when he went on the plane, as soon as he landed in Ljubljana, they put him again in quarantine. So he's spending in some hotel. All the people who came from different countries, they put them in hotel. Each individual has their own room, and they have to stay in it for 20 days. But our country is locked down. Our country is in lockdown too. They just changed the rules now. Nobody can go out. Only if you go to the stores, like the elderly people, they can go to store only from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. And the young people, they can go from 10 on. So, it's crazy, but, we have 2 million people. We have around 800 infected people, but our country is testing everybody. So, but for sure, it's a little bit easier. It's a little bit easier because it's only 2 million people, not here like in the States, 330 million. So yeah. Can I say something, guys? I would like if you can write something that to donate directly to South Beach, Florida. I'm gonna be involved in that, and I would like to Feeding South Florida initiative on the heat.com/donate, and try to provide meals for people who cannot get the meal, who cannot have money. So we would appreciate if you guys spread these news and try to donate as much as possible. So
thank you for listening to the 5 on the Floor on the 5 Regional Sports Network.